Hamilton can do. Star Katie Ledecky in her final length of the pool, chasing a world record. It's already gone. She's going to touch at an incredible time of 15:08.24.
With seasons across the world ending up just yesterday in the Red Leather game, several other sporting events still ongoing. You are welcome to Talk Sports this morning, and I am your favorite host. You know, the mayor of sport himself, Fidelis Nyaguena, is. And this morning we won't be dabbling about, except to just give you the juicy contents in the area of transfers, and as well as the awards making waves, players leaving one team or the other, and some calling it a wrap in their career. These you are going to look at when we return back from this short time out. Welcome back. It's to Talk Sports on Global Television, receiving from the nation's capital, Abuja. And in the world of sports this morning, we are starting off with the little boy right there in the streets of Ojota in Lagos State, playing the Red Leather game, football across our streets, local football clubs, and right now he is a fox to reckon with in the game of football. Who am I talking about? That's the person of Victor Osimhen. The 24-year-old Super Eagles striker has become the first African player to win the top scorer award, recently renamed as the Paolo Rossi Award, in the 1-5 years since the inception of the Italian Serie A. The Napoli forward made history by becoming the first African player. It's quite a lot to claim the prestigious Italian Serie A Golden Boot Award, and also known as the Capo Cannoniere, edging out competition from Inter Milan's Lautaro Martinez to land the coveted individual accolade. No doubt, claiming and clinching breaking the record from George Weah, who was the last person to have scored a number of goals, quite a number, 45, 46 goals this man scored in his playing days while he was with AC Milan. And from nowhere, out of the blue, from the suburb, from the ghetto, from just name it, this guy has come back now to take over from where George Weah stopped, and he's doing very well. His impressive goal-scoring record of 26 goals in 32 Serie A appearances was pivotal in Napoli's title triumph this season, ending a 3-year wait for the Italian top-flight crown. His latest goal has become the penalty spot that he scored just a few days ago, and that concluded their campaign with a 2-0 win over Sampdoria. Osimhen is already causing a whole lot across the transfer market. We have Manchester United saying they are interested. We have different club, PSG at the moment is also saying, and there are rumors as well that Newcastle United, these are big money spending clubs, all coming out to say we want to look for a way to secure the services, the wonderful services of the Super Eagles striker. But for now, Osimhen is already saying my playing days will be decided by the president of Napoli. If I'll be staying, if I'll be leaving, and a price tag of 160 million euros. They've slammed that on the Super Eagles striker who is doing very well right there in Italy. Now we move away from
dock at these small patches of land. Although few of the passengers know how to swim, they mainly use the life jackets as parasols. But everything's fine. The lake is like a mill pond. Warily watching the boat's draft, Joseph the captain gets as much onto it as he can.
I don't know actually how many people and animals there are. I counted 4 cows and 4 sheep. The maximum is about 10, 15 cows. And the maximum number of people, I would say, is 50 to 100
feet. It's quite painful for Leonard Bossos' side because he has been doing very well. He has been awesome with his team. And for them to have played 1-1 and only to end up moving to the extra time, and it wasn't funny, and they played over 120 minutes of the encounter and no one was forthcoming, and at the long run the Koreans grabbed the winner in the 95th minute header through Koreans Seok Yoon to bring a stop to the journey of to a stop of the journey of the Super Eagles in Argentina. And right now South Korea will meet face the Italian side that the Flying Eagles defeated. Is quite strange, it's quite somehow that those that the Flying Eagles defeated, they are still in the tournament. The South Korean team will meet the Italian side in the semi-finals of the competition, when they look forward to see if they can make it to the final. We don't know what's going on. And same vein, we saw Israel edging out Brazil that they said may end up clinching the title. They've also been edged out by Israel. The Israelite team, they were just is their debut, and they were very excellent. They were up and doing, and they were amazing. We'll get to look at the counterparts, the female counterparts of the Flying Eagles, the Falconets, when we return from this time out. Stay put, it's Talk Sports.
It's already gone. She's going to touch at an incredible time of 15:08.24.
Got the perfect start in this hour. It's Guinea-Bissau 0.
You're welcome back to the show. Is Talk Sports on Global Television. You know already. And before we went for the break, we were looking at the Flying Eagles being ousted from the FIFA Under-20 World Cup currently going on in Argentina. And we're moving to their female counterparts, the Falconets of Nigeria. Like their male counterparts could not soar above the black, they could not soar above the Korean side. The Falconets have not been able to scale or soar above the Black Princesses of Ghana following their loss in the penalty shootout in the final of the Wafubi tournament at the Baba Yara Stadium right there in Kumasi. The host nation, Ghana, took the lead in the 39th minute from Estella Yameke, a sports kick, and we are almost stealing the show, stealing the win until the Falconets got the equalizer via Flourish Sebastian's goal in the final 4 minutes of play, with no further goal scored in the game, and that took them straight into the penalties. And of course, you already know the story. A match that ended at a stalemate 1-1 and straight to the penalty. The Princesses of Ghana converted 3 of the penalty kicks as they emerged victorious compared to Nigeria's 1 goal in the sport kick segment of the encounter. Ghana had 3 kicks that they converted, and Nigeria only had 1, and that made the Ghanaian team, the Princesses of Ghana, to emerge victors. For what it's worth, the Falconets, they've been very excellent in this whole encounter from the get-go. They've been amazing, and we could see that they were all up and doing, from their coach down to the players. Coach Danjuma has been doing excellently well with this team, and we will give them kudos for representing the nation well, playing 5 games played in all, winning 4 out of these 5. They drew 1. And the very one they drew is the one they played in the final, and they lost on penalties. So we give these guys the credit where is due. And out of the 5 matches they played, they only conceded just 1 time. So it's a plus for Danjuma, and the guys, they deserve to raise their heads on high when they return back to the country, and to score 20 goals and to just concede 1, that's a whole lot. No doubt the Under-20 women's team fought hard, gave it their all in this tournament, and were close to clinching gold, but eventually had to settle for the 2nd prize. And like I said, they will return home with silver around their necks or in their suitcases with smiles all over their faces. And having said something about the Flying Eagles, and just now we just finished discussing, saying something about the Falconets, we will give Nigeria credit. They've actually done well both at the international scene and the local scene, starting with the Flying Eaglets. It started from with them with Coach Ubade, then straight we saw Danjuma doing well with the Falconets, and Ladaboso now also getting as far as the quarterfinals of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. So far, we wouldn't call it a bad show for the various Nigerian sides, and we do believe when they make it further, when they get into the next outing, they are going to do very, very, very well. Now, moving away from the international, from the local scene, we would like to go. We're discussing football all through today, and when we return tomorrow, we'll diversify and look at other areas. We'll move away from the local scene and we'll go straight to the foreign scene, where we have Karim Benzema. Karim Benzema is no little short in the game of football. He has built capacity over the years from Lyon in the French league, and now he made it this far. Looking at this young man right now, you can see how young he is. The picture of this young man, how young he looks before he eventually moved, and over the years he has grown to become a man from a boy. Karim Benzema, who is of Algerian descent but a French-born player, he has officially come out to say he has come to the end of his playing days at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium after 14 years. That's a whole lot. 14 solid years after joining from Ligue 1 club Lyon. The Frenchman lives on a high note as club's second highest all-time goal scorer behind Cristiano Ronaldo, winning La Liga 4 times. He has won the La Liga title 4 times and the Champions League trophy 5 times, according to sources. According to sources, Benzema has reached a 2-year agreement with current Saudi Pro League champions Al Ittihad. The team that is managed right there at the Saudi League by former Wolves boss Nuno Espirito Santo. The former France international joined Real Madrid from his hometown club in Lyon, and he made the switch from the Ligue 1 to the Spanish League in 2009 and has made 658 appearances for Real Madrid, scoring 354 goals in the process. You will give credit to Benzema where it's due. He has paid the price, he's still paying the price, and he's not calling it quit just yet. Although Real Madrid boss Carlo Ancelotti has refused to be drawn on the club's reported interest in Kane as one of the top targets to replace the Frenchman, Tottenham frontman is already a speculation and may likely be considered an option should he decide to leave White Hart Lane this summer. Kane is also another wonderful player. Will Real Madrid be going for him, considering that they just completed the building of the Santiago Bernabeu, the renovation that has been ongoing? They just completed that part. Will they be able to afford Harry Kane, and is Harry Kane willing to make the switch from the English Premier League to the Spanish side? Will he be doing this? And he has some records is yet to break. I doubt if Harry Kane will make that switch. He may end up switching to Manchester United because they are also looking for a way to lure the Tottenham Hotspur hitman to the Old Trafford feed and see if it will pan out. Fingers are crossed. We are watching what will happen, and I'm still looking at Benzema. Benzema scored a spot kick in the final game of the season against Athletic Club, and that leaves Madrid with a record. That makes him to believe in Madrid with a record 25 trophies, including 5 Champions Leagues, 4 La Liga titles, and 3 Copa del Rey titles. And at the moment, in case you have forgotten, he is the current holder of the Ballon d'Or for the world's best player. What a player. What a way to live. Also leaving Madrid are Marco Asensio, who is already reported to be in agreement with French giant Paris Saint-Germain. Mariano Diaz is also leaving, and the former. We have been saying some wonderful things about these players, and we are going to look at the clip at the later part of this show, where we get the wonderful, beautiful things that Karim Benzema has done with Real Madrid. We will do that when we finally complete our discussion today with this man, the one, the holy, the man who has called himself the Lion. Who are we talking about? You want to find out who this man is? He's of Swedish born as he is. What will return from this time out? Stay put, don't go nowhere.
It's already gone. She's going to touch in an incredible time of 15:08:24. She's going to touch in an incredible time of 15:08.24.
Oh, yeah, welcome back. It's to Talk Sports. Before we went for the break, we're already talking about a Swedish player who is calling it quits in the round letter games used with Real Madrid, and we'll just need to take a look, a sneak peek. For the next few minutes, we'll get to look at the wonderful job that Benzema has done with Real Madrid as a player, as a captain, and winning several accolades along the line. When we return back, we'll continue from where till we return back.
We've been running away from space and time, that no one can ever confine us, and no one can ever define us. We're just trying to lie with the lion hearts, with our rebel scars. We are walk a winding road, born a pirate gold. We're just trying to live where the wildlings are, where the wildlings are, where the wildlings are.
Con Benzema, el detalle atlético con Asensio, la pared buenísima, Benzema tras Vinicius, la tiene, gol, golazo, gol.
¡Qué golazo, por Dios!
Se lo dedico a todos.
Then you can lift it in. It's Benzema!
Struggled with goals this season as Chris plays it back to Benzema, and what a strike! What a goal from Real Madrid! There we go again. This is Modric. Oh, brilliant ball. Benzema toys with the goalkeeper, passes on the responsibility, and a fantastic five for Real Madrid. The second of the night for Vinicius Junior, and a big thank you to home here.
He cuts it back to Benzema! 1-0 to Real Madrid. Benzema with his 13th goal of the season. It's the deadly duo once again.
Benzema, and chased that again to Vinicius Junior. Benzema coming in and scoring again. What a season he's having. What a great goal for Real Madrid.
Benzema with the cross. Carvajal!
Perfectamente solo con el pecho. La lleva Benzema, oportunidad de oro para el Real Madrid. Recorta Benzema que la puede tener como aguantado, como tira, golazo. ¡Gol! Karim Benzema.
Marquinhos que la saca. Señores del Paris Saint-Germain, esta es la magia del Bernabéu.
Space and time. If we don't fit in.
Osmice, lovely from the former French player Benzema, with assists, with goals, and just a whole lot of that. We move from Benzema to the Lion himself, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The former Swedish captain has bowed out of the game after 24 years of professional football. The striker, whose AC Milan contract expires at the end of June, was all teary. He was crying before Milan fans as they played their final game of the season against Hellas Verona at the San Siro on Sunday. Following an injury-plagued season, the ex-Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain star has made just 4 appearances this season that just ended, last featuring against Udinese on March 18th. The gigantic and enigmatic Swede has decided to call time on a trophy-laden career that saw him also representing Malmo, Ajax, Juventus, Inter Milan, Barcelona, PSG, Manchester United, and the LA Galaxy. and winning league titles in the Netherlands, Spain, France, and Italy across 24 years in professional football, scoring 511 goals and 866 in 866 club games, as well as 62 in 122 for his country. Zlatan is no doubt one of the finest strikers in the world of football. The Swede is dubbed the king of debut, reason being that he scores on every he keeps scoring in the Champions League, Premier League, the La Liga, Serie A, Ligue 1, and even the Major League Soccer. It is not yet known what lies in store for the legendary attacker. However, it's safe to say that he won't be jumping into the dugout anytime soon. When quizzed on the potential coaching career back in 2021, Ibrahimovic famously said, "Impossible, because during the match, I slap at least 2 players, and after the match..." Zlatan Ibrahimovic is the very player who will be signing off this money on TalkSport. Just take a look at some of the wonderful job he has done, and on this note, we'll be calling it, we'll be saying our goodbyes here till we meet again the next segment of TalkSport. For now, it's the Mayor of Sport, Fidelis Nyagurena, signing off.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic is an undeniable icon of the world's game who at 40 years old has proved how longevity can be achieved at the highest level of sport. A career that spans 3 decades has seen him travel across Europe and even lend his talents to the American MLS. But when and where did he play his best football? Born in Malmo, he started his career brilliantly with his local side and attracted many European clubs, including Arsenal, but his skillful elegance on the ball suggested he may be a better fit for Holland. In a country where football is beautiful, the 20-year-old was able to shine under Ronald Koeman, demonstrating his ability as a goalscorer for Ajax. It was in August 2004 that the Swede's name became known to the whole of Europe after an amazing individual goal against NAC Breda.
Ibrahimovic. Goed ingehouden. En nu dan geschiet ook.
Journalists drew comparisons between he and Johan Cruyff, and it was voted the goal of the year by Eurosport viewers. As the standout for the Amsterdammers in the Champions League with 5 goals, Juventus signed the youngster for an expensive €18 million. By the end of his Dutch tenure, he had amassed 48 goals in 110 appearances, but Capello wanted Zlatan to prove himself as a marksman in a more difficult defensive division. Sharing the offensive line with Alessandro Del Piero and David